Hello people, welcome back to another video on the channel. How are we doing today? Are we doing good? It's good to know. You might like to see tutorial music again. Made it a bit louder this time, so that's good. Yeah, so that's Filmmaker again. So, let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to load up source Filmmaker now. There we go, look at that. So, if you've seen the last one, well, the last part, that's good. I don't know why it's popped up on my other monitor. So let's create a session. Ignore about that. Okay, so what are we going to do for this one? Well, it's actually basically the same, but with parts I missed out. A tiny bit of animation, but I can't do walking, so that's bad. Yeah, that's bad. And multiple characters, and how to properly do some. Oh, how to properly understand a bit of lighting. So, let's get straight into this. So. Then yeah, I'll just have it like that, and then yeah, okay, so perfect. So if you saw the last one, that's good. I recommend watching the last one first. So what map will we use? We'll use FNAF 3, but the reflective version, I think. So I'll quickly run through it. You right click on here, click load map, and then select any map. Right click and then enable lighting. For now we're just going to leave that alone. So every enable, oh, the floor will be reflective later, don't worry. So where are we going to pause? I know there's a bunch of errors here because I don't have whatever's needed for the map. Go pause in here. So click on the plus and then create animation for new models sets or whatever. So let's see. Could use a spring bunny. I think we'll go for some phantoms for now. What phantom to use is the question. Not the annoying children, definitely. I'd say for now we'll just use how about Foxy? Sure. And as you can see, the floor is reflective. So hold control, click on his pelvis. And let's just move him. So let's see, we need to at least pause him a little, so I like to sometimes get them out with T-pause. There we go. Just gonna move him over a little. So about here, left a little back. Okay, now we're gonna spawn some other people. Some other phantoms. So we're gonna spawn in Chica. And this is actually the first time that I'm using 3 models. Oh my god, that's scary, isn't it? No, not really. It's the first time that I'm actually using 3 models. The most models I've used for posing is 2. Plonk her down. Rotate her. So it's basically the same premise as what we did in the last video. But I thought I'd actually go into a bit more depth. Also, it's still pretty early in the morning, so I haven't even had lunch yet because it's not even lunchtime. you don't want to do that. So I'd recommend position you like. I just really like how the floor's reflective. Look at that. It'll be different later on, don't worry. Grab her spine. Use this tool. I just cracked my foot. Anyways, so grab that arm, you can move it with this as well. Grab the hand itself, not the one L, just a hand. And then there we go. Also move the jaw if you want. Let's move it down a bit. Now in the vent, to make it 3, we'll just have Freddy. I'll see what this Freddy looks like. Start over here. He looks alright. I think Cooley Arts Freddy looks better there. But I'll just use this one, why not? Why not, am I right? So move him over. Rotate him. Move him down. Make sure that he's clipping into the floor. Just a bit. Not too much though. Like that. You might be curious why I want him to clip through the floor. It's just so it can actually give the proper full effect of him actually being in the vent on the ground fully. Lift his arms up so you can still position them later without struggling. Push him through the vent. I recommend grabbing his neck and then moving it up if it's this model. So lifesaver, or else you just have him like leaning forwards. And then rotate his head using the neck. Push this one down. Put it in there. There we go. I'm just gonna make him look over here. There we go. There we go. Now don't worry. You won't be able to see too much of this. I'm actually going to push him through the vent a bit more. There's no point in pausing much of stuff you won't really see. Reason being, you won't really see it. Things you will see, you will want to pause quite a bit. I think I found my camera angle, so now it's time to click here. Set new camera. And then you want to position your camera to whatever you like. So I like this spot, so have it like this. There we go. Adjust anyone you need. And then we're going to get some lights in here. Don't worry, we're not done with the pausing just yet. We're just trying to get everything set up. So, you could just have it up above the map so you can see everything. But cool, that's a little creepy. But I don't really want to have it like that. So, we move the light here. And if we colour it, so now if we look through the camera, there we go. So we're going to actually create a new camera. This is going to be our camera to actually look around. So if we go back to camera 2, it's in the same spot. So camera 3 is just our camera to move and lock. So for now we're going to re-disable lighting. Rotate Freddy a bit. Push him through the vent a bit more. There we go. Now let's go to pausing his hands. Forgot, you have to click on the cameras every time you create a camera from now on. Just a little annoying, I don't know why it's like that, but it is. Rotate his hand. I'm actually going to grab the camera just to move it a bit. Again with his hand. Make it so it's almost flat. You can move this joint. Make it flat and then move his hand upwards a bit. And move this one down until his hand's flat on there. Try not to move the hand as well. Grab his other arm. Oh, I need to move my camera. Move it that way. Move it against the wall. Make sure his hand clips in the wall a little. And grab his hand itself and pull it out so it's like that. Then if we grab our camera, we can see this. I'm actually going to grab his neck and then move it over here. Take it that way a bit. Now I'm not sure if you can see inside the vent, so I'm just gonna a tiny bit over here. Again, you don't have to do this part. It's only for if you want to, or if you're making like an animation, you probably want to pause either parts. Or if you just want to be sure that nothing's unpaused. Then there you go. So there we go, I think that looks pretty nice. Now, let's get back to camera 2, shall we? Can't really see Freddy too much. So I got move cheek over a little. I'm gonna have to reposition her arm a little so her hand isn't clipping through the bleed thing. I'm actually going to go back to camera 3 now. Also I want to be able to grab that. Now we're actually going to move this second part of the hand, just so it's actually grabbing this. So now if we go back to camera 3, okay, we don't need to worry about that one. So then we can see that the hand is actually grabbing. So we paused everyone now. Let's go back to camera 2 for a minute. See what we need to fix. Freddy. We need to fix Freddy a bit. So, around the neck. So now I need to move my camera about. I think that position's too nice. Neck, and just position it to face a bit over there. Camera 2. There we go. Precision Foxy. But yeah, if you've seen the first part, then you'll know what you're doing and you don't really need me to explain much. I will go into a bit more depth with animation. I'm still not really that well. No, well, not well. I'm still not really that good with it, but you know, it's all a learning process. Move his jaw down. I'm actually going to get Freddy's jaw. I'm imagining jaws and unknown, yeah. I actually want to move Freddy's jaw up a bit. There we go. So now if we enable lighting and on click, so if we go back to camera 3, switch to camera 2, there we go. I say that looks pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of like the ignited animatronics. So with camera 2, let's actually start a little with animation. So click over here. Make sure you're on camera 2 and you're just going to want to move to a location, but I'm actually going to enable lighting just so I can see a little. So we're going to start from over here. Go forward a bit. And then start moving. Actually extend that a bit. Again, a little faster around this bit. Same here. Let's test this out so far. Now, if you want to move these little sliders, because I actually forgot to show this in my last video. Let me just move these quickly and then I'll explain in a minute. So, let's say you find this too fast, because I find this a bit fast. You're going to want to click on this, make sure it's lighter than the other colours, and then hold it and just drag it over. I'm going to put these ones back. So now let's actually see how this is. Yeah, it's a nice speed. I want it to be a little faster on the corner. Have it here. And move the camera to our position which we like. I do like this position. Maybe move it down a bit. Move these over, and then let's test out the animation. So we're walking. We take a little turn around the corner. There we go, and if you don't add clips, then the head will just be moving by itself before, like, so if you're here, the head's already moving, so you have to make like a little snippet here where you just move it a tiny bit, and then you go to where you actually want it to be moving, and then you move it there. So, let's go here. If we disable lighting, it's very dark, isn't it? Yes it is, so, move over to 0. Tab out all these people, add a new light, yep, so then if we enable lighting we can and now this is what I haven't shown so far. I'm not sure if this works, but I'm pretty sure you can also move lights. So, I'm going to do a little quick talk. If you go like this, the more further out you go, the darker it gets. If you go just on top of the map, it lights up the entire room. But we don't want that. So, again, if you go up to the wall, it also does the same effect. So, just imagine that there's a light up here. Let's have it like this, facing that way a bit. And let's make a new light. Let's make this one have the effect here. So that's camera 2, which is our animation camera. Now let's see the animation. So far I'm really liking how this is turning out now. So we're walking. It's pitch darkness. Turn the corner into a dark room. Like that. Now let's say we want a light to flicker. I'm gonna go here, go back to camera, or light 3 I mean. And then go back a notch. The light, and you can see it makes a little bookmark. Just gonna give it a second, move it down. Also, it will already be starting to move back down. And I'm just gonna go right on back. You position the camera if you want, well the light if you want, and now let's watch the animation with a light flicker, if you would call it that. See? That comes back. I really like how that turned out, by the way, with the light changing. Then you turn the corner. And so this is going to be at 21 seconds. So, do you like how this turns out? Perfect if you do. Click on the plus, and then, my bad, click on file, obviously save what you've done so far. Now export it as a movie. First time, keep it as movie. Now for seconds, so you need to actually change the seconds, custom amount of seconds. Change it to 23, because you always want to have a couple of seconds after so you can actually admire the scene. So it's 23, and then 720p, or change it to whatever you want to make it 360p, 480p, your choice. And then cancel, because we forget something, don't we? Yes, we do. And you go into your photos tab and create a document. And you're gonna name this one okay, so you cannot contain those. Okay. There we go. That's out of that, and then we can save this file. So export as a movie. It should say the same. And then go here. Photos. Here. Save it as that. Yes, you want to replace it. Format. I think, pretty sure you should just leave that alone. What options? I should just leave it like that, I think, and then export the movie. And now, as you can see, the movie is doing its thing, movie-wise, being a movie. It will take a minute to export. So I thought we just watch this in very cool slow motion for 2 minutes. It's not actually going to be 2 minutes. I do like how the flashing light turned out though. Pretty sure this video is longer than the old one, because we're posing with multiple characters. Whilst this does its thing, I'll tell you a bit about animating. When animating, say you want to move a character, so make him walk, don't just make him walk first. Like, don't make his movements first. At every snippet or whatever, just actually make the posing like walking, or else it'll be very difficult. And remember, if you don't add a little pause before you move something, it'll be very, very, very buggy. What I mean is, it will just be basically moving whilst everything else is happening, getting into that position. So you don't want that. You want to add a little snippet like I showed you earlier. And I'll show you why in a second after this processes itself. So buckle your seats. Yeah, this time I thought I'd go into a little bit more depth about the camera moving and the lights movements. And where's a good place to add cameras, lights. And those are our little pause frames. I could have had a little jump scare at the end, but I wanted to get that done. So there we go. Go to our file explorer, photos, and it's this one right here. Load it up. Just use it as whatever you want. I'm just going to use it as maybe media player if that works. Yep, media player. And then the video's gonna play. And we got a little pause so you can see the entire thing, and then it ends. So you can get rid of this and this. There we go. Enable lighting. So I'm going to spawn in a new ragdoll. So plus, create set for new animation, and I'm just going to type in spring. Go for this V2 version. The better version in my opinion. Close them down. We'll use camera 3 for this little animation. So we grab his torso, I have it from here. So I'm at least going to have it starting off working properly. And we can move to the left, move to the right, and then we're going to make him look over here at this point. Okay, let's play this. As you can see, his head's already in that position. Now you might be questioning, why is his head already in that position? If we go back to the very beginning, since we had his head move there, his head's already going to be in that position, so if we move it now, his head's going to stay like that. And then at this point, then it will start moving. So do you see why I said it was best to do it the way I informed you? Perfect. And use a full thing then. Oh. Move forward a bit. I don't know why the camera's decided to move over here though. Why not apparently? It's just facing ground. So yeah. That's it. So I wanted to inform you about today, so I will end it off on this note.